What is up, guys? Ed here for House 1 Up. So kind of as the first series that we're doing in this channel, I am to do some more long form content. I should probably pause this. So what I'm starting off with is one of my favourite games right now, and that is Hearts of Iron 4. Specifically right now I'm playing the Kaiserreich mod pack, which is if the German Empire won the First World War. It changes a lot as to focus trees, although most of you probably already know a lot of this does because you're searching for Hearts of Iron 4 content on YouTube. But so I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of the Russian Republic. Just pre-warning, I am in no way good at this game. In fact, I'm probably quite horrendously bad, but I do enjoy it very much. It's a game that I have the ability to talk over most of the time, and yeah, so let's just get right into it. I'm just gonna do kind of the basic country setup, selecting focuses. Of course, with Kaiserreich, they had timings to your focuses, so I can't actually do any of these yet. So I have to wait for certain events to happen, namely that one, or I think that one actually. So we need to get that one, and then I need to select, yeah, so yes, I am going to be flipping communist, as you probably have noticed. So, let's just start off with basic researches. Already getting the misclicks in, outdated production, but you're only producing one of those, so it doesn't matter. Bomber, tanks, fighters, support equipment, infantry equipment, yeah, it's fine. Let's build some civvy factories. There's lots of civvy factories. A couple naval factories there, and then in the Urals, and way over here it's... Oh, I don't even control Vladivostok, because it's controlled by Transmere. Anyway, and then some mill factories. That should do for now. Add as equipment, doesn't matter. Unassigned divisions. Now I have to assign my millions and millions and millions of troops. So, 4 countries on my border. Kind of the really big threats to me are the people in Middle Europa, which I can find out in diplomacy. Middle Europa. Can I? Is it called a Reichspakt? It's called a Reichspakt. So, the United Baltic Duchy, Ukraine, Lithuania, and Belarusia. Okay, everyone's my enemy. So let's go for this 10 divisions, select an army there. Let's get you to form up on that border. Donkuban not a threat right now. 8 divisions. Belarusia. It should be fine for the moment. Okay, it's a one border, so I can just integrate them into there. You guys, Mongolia's going to be a threat because Mongolia get kind of pretty imperialistic. Okay, you're not assigned to anywhere. Let's assign you to the Finnish border. There we go. Right. some divisions. Oh, lots of people in Moscow, so let's actually set a garrison there. Right, that's all my divisions assigned. This navy, Baltitsky Flot. Let's get you guys to patrol, funnily enough, the Baltic. You guys can patrol Barents. And you guys to patrol that bit. And actually what I'm going to do is production. Get you guys to go to these, because they need the ships. Air wings.
Готов выдвигаться. Готов выдвигаться. Слушаю.
Get you guys to assign to that. Yeah, my Ukrainian front have aircraft assigned. Go through, start assigning generals. Ha. I can't afford any of those. So I need to take 3 out. Right, everyone's just signed up. Everyone has their own leader. Insufficient resources. Ooh, okay, it's just rubber. That's fine. The manpower I can handle. Alright, let's unpause. Let's get ourselves up to 4 speed. Alright, and now our first bit of enormous amounts of reading. This happens in Kaiserreich quite a lot. So, after the October Revolution, anti-Bolshevik forces started to consolidate across the former Russian Empire. Leading to a massive rebellion against the Soviet Republic of Siberia and the Donkyban Steppes during the middle of 1918. The White Movement made considerable gains, but could not defeat the well-placed Red Army. Which still dominated the Russian industrial heartland and transportation networks. The war changed when the German Empire, fearing the success of a dangerous ideology, intervened on behalf of the Whites in exchange for recognition of the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. By January 1920, both Moscow and Petrograd had fallen to White forces, and the new Russian Empire was established in the former imperial capital. For the last 15 years, the leading political parties, the Social Revolutionaries and the Cadets, have governed in an uneasy coalition under Kerensky, maintaining their power through electoral manipulation and a lack of serious political opposition. Today, Russia is becoming increasingly unstable, and other political forces are growing. They consider that it is now time for change, so the country may once again assert its power in the world against the event of the Russian Constitution of 1918. Signed in 1918, roughly a year after the fall of Nicholas II, the Russian Constitution defines the country's political institutions. The legislative branch consists of the State Duma, elected every 5 years, and the Senate, consisting of senior nobles, statesmen, and scholars. The executive branch is decided into the office of President, elected every 6 years by the Senate, and the Council of Ministers. Okay, so this is something specific to Kaiserreich. Popularity. It's basically the chance. It's basically sort of stability, but it's also how you kind of weigh up. And then, yeah, so it's basically just another version of stability, even though there is already a version of stability in this. Yeah, which army? National focus bypassed President Kerensky. Now I should get an event when I unpause. Yep, there we go. Right. So I need Bukharin or Trislateri. Gain Trislateri? After Kerensky's assassination, the country is still in chaos. Although the Duma managed to maintain the mantle of legislative and executive power, the government's control there of the apparatus of the state is still unstable. In an attempt to restore popular faith in Parliament, the acting president today held a speech in a packed Duma stressing the importance of maintaining both order and civil liberties for all Russian Republic citizens. Gain a bunch of stability. Can't select any national focuses. Got to wait some more time. Let's go Bukharin. Can I now select that? I mean, Bukharin is now the head. Boris Sturmer. Now I'm full instability. Totalist Charter. So Mussolini, Valois, and Beria. Alright. It's an event that doesn't matter to me because it's about Italy. During the Berlin Conference of November 1935, the Germans forced us to repay the remaining part of the World Trade War indemnities agreed upon in the Brest-Litovsk Treaty in 1918, one year earlier than expected, which has put the government in a delicate position. The current budget of the 1936 is already stretched to the bare minimum, and if we are to pay the accursed Teutons, the cabinet sees no other alternative than increasing property taxes, even if the increase. Sorry, 1 second. Even if the increase in taxes will primarily anger the bourgeoisie, the other cuts in the government spending will be most harshly felt in the social services sector and in the many homes of invalidated war veterans depending on the state's support. Our citizens are already disgruntled and dissatisfied with the incumbent coalition of cadets and social revolutionaries under the even more unpopular presidency of Alexander Kerensky. My chair keeps falling over. And if it's feared that these measures will bring more extreme political groupings to the political scene. I'm just not even going to bother trying to fix my chair anymore. I'm just going to let it break. And as is usual for Hearts of Iron, now is the time for more waiting.
Внимание!
Alright, there we go. No profits from the legation cities. Following the 1926 German intervention in China, the Treaty of Nanjing alignment signed in November of that year, foreign trade was left out to the richest cities of the coast under the joint control of the world powers owning interest in China. The independence of this consortium of cities was guaranteed by 8 powers: Australasia, Austria, Canada, Germany, Japan, the French Republic, Russia, and the USA. Foreign investments and the legation cities themselves flourish not only through foreign trade, but thanks to the smuggling into the, I'm not even going to pronounce that, it's the German Asian bit, and Qing imperial territories. However, while they are officially part of Legation Cities Council, we have been unable to gain access to the dividends it should entitle us to. Oh, I can do a national focus. Which one? That one. It seems as Bulgarians have approached us in attempting to foster relations between the two nations. A delegation has come to us asking for further ties, claiming that it would be useful for both nations, especially in the current turbulent climate. As that there is safety in numbers, with an alliance with Bulgaria could be useful, the fact remains they have fought against us during the Weltkrieg. Decline. I'm coming for you, Bulgaria. Nah, not super interesting. The Commune of France is remaining communist. The 5th Anglo-Afghani War. Damned socialists. Bolsheviks are only at 9% support. Let's go to full speed. An attempt to negotiate with the striking workers has been made. All political forces in the country closely watch the meeting, somewhat hoping that the strike will stall negotiations, surely. Gotta make things worse for myself to make things great and communistical. Stall negotiations. My stability, negative 71%. Ah! Ugh. Jeez. Yes! Stall the negotiations! Wait, what? Am I not? Am I now Soviet Russia? No, I'm still the Russian Republic. Interesting. Although the Bolsheviks are in charge. Yes, I'm still... Oh, do I have to... do that? I have no idea. He's the head of government, it's just I'm not allowed to do that yet. More waiting ensues. A research slot is available. Mechanical computing? Okay, can't do anything. Continue to stall negotiations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, so what I'll do is I shall continue stalling negotiations, and I'll start recording the next episode when something actually happens. Because right at the moment I'm just clicking the same button over and over again. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've been Ed for House 1 Up, and I will see you next time. Ta-ra.